Hello, everybody. I don't think I don't see anybody in yet, so I'm logging into YouTube myself. So, in case anybody's talking to me, I can say hi. Hello, Meg. Hmm, typing. Yeah, sure. Ooh, we've got 11 people. Hello. How's everybody? Gotta mute. Alrighty, so this is not very comfortable. All right, let's see if I can read the comments here. Oh, right there. How's everybody? Happy Friday. Fridays are usually days when people do things. Not me. I don't do that. Come back to the Pinhoti Fest. Pinhoti Fest. Isn't that like in end of September, October, sometime like that? That would be great. If I am back from the CDT then, I might just do that. This isn't coffee. This is tea. But it's black tea, so it has caffeine. What's everybody else doing on a Friday? Because, most people are doing something. So, what are you guys doing? Hanging with me. That's right. Also, there might be dog barking in the background all of a sudden. Whenever somebody arrives home, there'll be lots of dog barking. So, you'll hear them. Their names are Riley and Tapioca. And Tapioca is my best friend. Yeah. That dog turned into my dog. Hi, Jill and Art. I actually was wondering about you guys. Every time, not every time, that would be really weird, but sometimes when I start, winding down and I go to sleep, I actually think about you guys because you sent me this awesome package and then I never sent an email back saying thank you. I did do a video opening it, but I never sent an email saying thank you. So I was like, I wonder if they saw the video of me opening their package and saw that I thanked them. So then, I thought, yeah. You know how like when you go to sleep and so much stuff goes through your brain and I'm like, oh, I need to send them an email. And then in the morning I totally don't think of it. And then I'm like, ah. So I'm so glad you guys are here. And I hope wasn't Art gonna do the Appalachian Trail? Is he going to do it? Did he already like is he on trail? Yeah. Mammy self saying my dog is snoring in the corner of the room. Oh, you're so cute. Somebody, Troy, is resting from a 50-mile hike in Georgia. Very cool. Watching basketball. Oh, yeah, that's right. Basketball. I don't really watch sports. Sorry. But actually, I enjoy watching basketball. I recently figured that out. Um, yeah, I like it a lot. I get a little bit intense with it, as in, like, if I'm rooting for a team, I get a little bit intense. So I realized it might not be a thing for me because, yeah, if, I would be like one of those aggressive moms, watching my kids and stuff. So I really need to settle myself down when I watch basketball games or any kind of sport, really. That's why I probably don't watch them. Hound Dog Hacker, hello. Robert Padre, that's his channel name, is saying, looking forward to your new journey. I hope you and little chap will see each other. So yeah, Padre told me that little chap is through hiking the CDT too. And I'm excited for him for that because, it's going to be awesome to have a triple crown same years. Essentially, like we both did the 1822, PC Team 24, and then the CD Team 26. That'll be so cool to have that. And I'm excited. I don't think I'll see him. I'm starting up. I don't know. I don't know when he's starting, but I'm starting at a time where, yeah, I can't say, but like, I just don't think I'll see him. All right. So Art is saying Jill will be sending me off on the 18th in April, doing a flip flop starting at Harper's Ferry, hoping to run into Mark Trail. Oh, that would be so fun. I need to tell Mark Trail to look out for you guys. So that would be fun. Mark Trail would probably love to help you guys when you are in New Hampshire. He'd love that. He'd love that. I mean, I'm not offering him, I'm not like offering him as a tribute, but like I th- I think he would love that. River Crossing, Just John, hi. So nice to see a bunch of people on Friday. Like a lot of times when I do these lives, I kind of have watched all the Netflix shows that there are to watch, all the YouTubes that I wanted to watch, and then I'm like, what else can I do? Ooh, I can talk to my community. That would be so much fun. Yeah. So here I am. River Crossing. So I'm excited for the CDT. It's really getting there. It's quickly approaching. When I made the decision to hike the CDT, I had 7 months left. Like I knew that it was 7 months out. And so now it's it's just racing at me. And so it's becoming not overwhelming, but just reality. Like soon I'll be heading out. Soon I'll be sleeping in the tent almost always. At least I'll try. Because, on the AT last time in 25, it was my goal not like to go to all the hostels. So I have a few goals this time around as well. And I like to do that. I like to set myself goals for each through hike that I can hold myself accountable for and kind of like base where I am. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I really enjoy having goals. And so one of the goals that I have is um I'd like to do more Neros so that I can enjoy zeros more purposefully, as in like just because I go into a town doesn't mean I just should do a zero. Neros are actually a lot of fun. A lot of times when I do zeros, while I do the zero, I even think, man, I could probably just do a Nero. And then I end up doing a zero and it almost feels like a waste of time. So this time around, I want to do more purposeful Neros so that my zeros will feel like I worked hard for them, if that makes sense. Let's see. I'm scrolling a little bit, scrolling. I'm looking. So Noto37 says my neighbor did the ACT 25. Trail names are Strida and Mothra. When you mean the ACT, are you talking about the Appalachian Trail or the Arizona Trail? I know it's not AZT, but just checking. Wedgie is asking, is Bougie planning on joining you for a bit of the hike? Sorry, it's been asked. I'm late to the party today. Well, I literally just started this live. And so no, you're not late. So bougie. So I know that one time I made a video where I said my ultimate dream would be to have Mark Trail, Bougie, and Mountain Goat there with me when I get to the northern terminus. And at this point, that's the plan. We don't know if that's something that we can actually accomplish, but the goal is that all three of them are going to be with me when I reach the northern terminus. And if it doesn't happen, that's okay. Something that I've learned is not to really try to set any expectations like that because then it sets you up for disappointment. But we have set things in motion for that to be a possibility. So I'm excited about that. Alright. Tiffany says she hasn't followed anyone on the CDT. I know the CDT is like not a lot of videos on YouTube. Even like I'm looking up CDT through hikers, any announcements, any previous videos, and there's just not that much information. There's a good amount of information, but the Appalachian Trail is really saturated with vloggers and hostels and so much information that the CDT seems almost like the Wild West, which I know I'm going to the West, but it really does seem like that. Aw, Gur Beer Bear says we were watching Pink Hot Dog starting his third AT that when we got your notification, so we put him on and hold and came to watch you. Yay! Oh, I'm so impressed that Pink Hot Dog is doing it a third time. I really loved when he was hiking with Mushroom, his wife. They were so cute. I love, I love Mushroom. So, but I know he's hiking it by himself this time. Hound Dog Hiker has a cup of vodka. No, that's not a cup of vodka. This is tea. It's a it's called Bengal Spice. It kind of tastes like a chai tea. Actually, the word chai means tea, so it's always very redundant, but did you hear that? Dogs. Did you get to meet Nimble Will Nomad when you hiked the Pinhoti? No, I didn't. I know that he's around a lot, but I didn't get to meet him. Did you decide which color top you are taking? Yes, I'm taking the green one at the beginning, and then once that's rough, I'll have that blue one that Ken got for me. What you plan on for food for the hike or for tonight? Not much. I already ate today. All right, so AT. So the AT. What would be the best start date for the PCT? Is what Padre is asking. I don't know. I feel like I really loved my start date, which was April 2nd. I would probably do that same start date again. I didn't really enjoy all the snow in the Sierra, so maybe I would start a little bit later. I'm happy that I did it the way I did it. I'm happy that I got to see the Sierra in the snow. I got, I was lucky to have the perfect trail family to hike the Sierra. So none of that is really anything. I would not take back what I did. And I think April 2nd is a good start date, but I do think that the snow was so tough. It was so hard and I really said to myself, I never want to hike the Sierra in snow again. I would love to hike the Sierra when it's not as much snow, when I get to see the beautiful flowers. And so that's when I would want to hike it. So I don't know the perfect start date. Probably a little bit more mid to late April, probably. Sweet Shay is asking, hi, I don't know if you will see this. When are you starting your next hike? March or April or May? Uh I often don't disclose I know it's even the start dates, but like if you research the CDT, we usually start a little bit later in the season just because of the snow and the San Juans. Oh no, where did all the questions go? Yeah, it would be great to have everybody at the northern terminus. That would be amazing if that happened. Oh, Jill loves Bengal spice. Yeah, it's so good. It says not much snow here, if any, in Colorado. Fires already. Are you prepared for out hiking them again like you did in the PCT? Yes. I will yeah, I'm gonna out hike, either not out hike, I'm gonna hike around them, or I will, you know, take the best paths that are available. And it's actually a good thing for hikers that there's not that much snow in Colorado, but obviously it's not good for everything else. Not, the snow season wasn't that great, water isn't as abundant, so it's not really that great, but it's better when it comes to the snow, but then we have the fires, right? Can you, oh, I'm so good at using this computer. Laptop, really. I am the best. Dars 72 says, can you share your thoughts on flip-flopping the AT from Harper's Ferry Nobo, then Harper's Ferry Sobo? Thanks. I don't know. I did a video where said what would be the best way to through hike the AT, and that is actually flip-flopping and hiking exactly that way, from Harper's Ferry northbound, and then from Harper's Ferry southbound. So you're going to do one way direction northbound and the other direction southbound. And I personally think that that's the best way to hike it, because uh, you get your hiker legs a few months into the trail and you're like in really, really great shape by the time to get to Katahdin. And then you're gonna flop down to Harper's Ferry again. And, that's when it starts getting exhausting. Your body is starting to, I don't know, like a lot of times we look, scrawny by the time we're done with the trail. So I think the peak is around 3, 4 months into the hike. And then you get to Katahdin and then you hike down. So I really just think that is the best way. I probably would, if I wasn't so obsessed with having like a continuous path that way, as in like really enjoying hiking one way, if I wasn't obsessed with that, I probably would really enjoy hiking a flip flop like that. Yeah. Uh, Stephen Hosses, when you get up there, take the wind circ of the towers alternate. Texas Pass is an adrenaline rush. When I get to Colorado, I don't know all the alternate names yet. So I pretty much just researched Mexico and I know those alternates. I probably don't know the names either. I only know the Gila alternate, as in like the name of it. But I've researched essentially just New Mexico and then the beginning of Colorado, like the San Juan section. So I have an idea. I kind of have already an idea what I'm gonna do when it comes to hiking, unless things change, and things change all the time on trail. Hound dog. Less resupplies on the CDT. Maybe you're having mashed potatoes and your other stuff mailed. Yeah, I am having a few resupply boxes mailed for sure. I'm not really a fan of resupply boxes, but I guess for this trail, it would help. Brent, how do you compare your anxiety level to the other hikes? Um, I can't say that I ever was really anxious starting these trails. Anxious when it comes to, because people think like anxious, the word, when I learned it in high school in Germany, it was like being scared, right? And then in the United States, people use anxious a lot for excitement. So I don't know which one you're referring to, but my instant thought comes to anxious being nervous. And I'm not really anxious, or I was not anxious hiking the Appalachian Trail. And on the PCT, did have a partner at the beginning. So I didn't really feel that anxious. And then once I had my Tramily, I felt pretty good about that. On the CDT, I feel not anxious about New Mexico. I think Colorado is gonna be where it's gonna start, where I'm going to feel a little bit nervous if I don't have a partner. And obviously, I'll make decision based off of having a partner, a hiking partner or not. And then I am a little bit anxious about, I've never been anxious about what are they called? Mountain lions until there was this attack in Colorado recently. And I guess it was on the CT or the CDT. And so ever since that, I don't know, for some reason I'm like, oh man, mountain lions are scary. What can I do? And then I'm thinking about maybe I'll draw some googly eyes on the back of my hoodie because apparently that helps that. I don't know. So I am definitely afraid of grizzly bears, but now the mountain lions are coming into perspective as well. So anxiety as a nervousness is a lot stronger the closer I get to those areas. But for New Mexico, no nervous anxiety. I'm when it comes to excited anxiety or anxiousness, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. One sec. I'll be right back. Had to check on the doggy, and also had the doggy just stop uh, scratching its foot because it likes to eat its foot all day long. All right, my comments have disappeared. Mm, sorry, trying to look for the comments. So, yeah, that's when it comes to anxiety. Let's see, where was I? When Roadrunner was tromping through the snow on the PCT, I was also watching this chap on the CDT. It has some great video. Jarrow Walks. I've heard of Jarrow. Is it Jarrow or Yarrow Walks? I've heard of that name. After the Triple Crown, would you ever do Everest or just to base camp? Never say no, but at this point, that is not of interest whatsoever. Steven says Wind River is in Wyoming. Okay, cool. So Wind River, that's the Wind River alternate, right? You said. Let's see. Talk to Dixie about my mountain lions. I think I watched her like her movie of the CDT, but it's been so long I don't even remember it. So maybe I should watch it again. I know that she had like a mountain lion vision mountain lion sighting. Sorry, English is hard. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Have you ever considered the Camino? Yes, definitely. Mountain Goat and I are have recently talked about the Camino, so maybe that would be an option. Even hi Julianne, CDT hiker, hike a D hike, went southbound into that 2022 and posted daily videos. Solo woman, nice commentary too. Cool. I'll check her out. Let's see. Hey, Rona, do you think you will go back and finish the Pinhoti? I know you stopped in Dalton, which is the area I live. Would love to have met you. Maybe someday. Best wishes on the CDT. Definitely would like to finish the Pinhoti. I really like the Pinhoti trail. I like the community of that trail. And I actually don't mind road walks, so but that road walk is a little intense. But yeah, I want to finish it. It just depends on the timing of it. Padre is asking, really, how much plan do you really need for the PCT? I like just hiking north and plan for food stops. You don't really need to plan too much for the PCT. I think you just need to have the permit. You need to know when to have your ice axe and your micro spikes. And that's it. I personally don't feel like you need to send food boxes to yourself. I didn't get to go to Stehekin. I had to hike around it, but apparently people send boxes there. But I wouldn't know because I didn't go there, so I can't really give you that feedback. But otherwise, if you are not a fussy eater, I guess, or a fussy resupplier, then on the PCT you can generally find really good resupply. Well, looky there. Look at some Dave hikes. Well, looky there. Someday is like the very first hiker that I met on the Appalachian Trail who recognized me. I remember it, and I think it was on the approach trail. Was it on the approach trail or actually already? Yeah, it was on the approach trail. And he's like, "Oh, it's I didn't have a trail name then. Hiking dancer." So I'll not forget. Never forget. Oh, and look, one of my old students is also here. Look at Blaine. How is life? Life is pretty good. Getting to start hiking again soon. Oh, look at that. All the people, all the people. It's so nice. You really get to realize when you hike the trail or the trail, like when you go hiking and you go into the hiking community, that the people make all the difference. And then you start appreciating even more so the people of your past life uh of your other life, like as a dance teacher or before that, you really get to appreciate those people a lot more. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, hey, Alani Sugar. That's a cool name. Look at that, 150 people. I am impressed. I'm only impressed because it's Friday night. I don't know what it is about Friday night. um I guess I'm too old to go out, but I know that that's usually the time people go to dinners. But so I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you all are hanging out. Those that have just started coming on, this is tea, not coffee. But look at this cute mug. My friend Jiffy Pop got this for me. And what's so cute about it? It shows like the entire town. And like, look, that's how big the town is. That's it. That's it. Right there. Like that. That's so tiny. Oh, Blaine says Friday night party night, and this is where the party is. Oh yeah, yeah. At the dance studio, it used to be Friday nights, and I'm sure it's still there. So, but right now it's right here, right there with my tea. I enjoy getting older, actually. Not necessarily all of the like the physical stuff, when you look in the mirror and you think you look different, and you go, oh, well, hello, we are aging, aren't we? So, but otherwise, besides that part, I really do enjoy getting older, actually. Looking forward to doing Trail Magic again this year on the PCT. What should definitely have for hikers? Depends on what you can do for hikers. We all love ourselves a nice burger or hot dog. I mean, really, that's the best trail magic that there is. And then, of course, some people enjoy a cold beer or some soda. If you're not somebody who wants to support, that, then like a nice soda, ice cold Coca-Cola. I tend to not drink any soda when I'm off trail, but man, when I'm on trail and I see a ice cold Coca-Cola, that's really good. Can we AKBK G 1980 says, "Can we get some trail dances on the CDT?" I think we kind of slacked off on that. We have, as in me. I've slacked off on that, right? I'll try. I will be a lot more alone. I think. I think I'll have lots of days by myself. And typically, when that happens, there's a lot of trail talk, as in like I talk to you guys a lot, and then I try to think of how to make it more interesting for myself, but also for you guys, and then I'm sure there'll be more dancing. Promise. The problem with the dancing is that I usually listen to music that I can't put on YouTube because then I'll get copyrighted. Any music that I use, I have an prescription subscription for, and so like popular music I can't put on there, and then like what am I dancing to if I can't play the music that I actually like to dance to? That's usually only the main reason why I don't show any dancing. Because it's weird if I'm just dancing without music. It looks very strange. And also it feels weird. Someday the hike says anything you still need for the CDT. I don't think so. I think I'm pretty prepared. Yeah. I think I have a lot. I mean, I do need to get still like lunch and some more snacks for my first resupply bag, but that's just what I need to get myself. Wedgie on tour says she does have a grill. Good. Grilling is always good. We like ourselves that. I met some really cool noble hikers on my 100-mile AT hike last summer. Most hikers are definitely nice people. Most hikers, yeah. I would say like 98% if I gave it a percentage. Most hikers are just so awesome. Halo. Blaine says I also have some prescriptions for music as well. Yeah. No kidding. No kidding. Padre says if you talk to someone, let her know how impressed I am with her navigation skills. Yeah. I think she knows. She's pretty awesome. Um, we don't talk like really much at all, but we play this game that the New York Times has. It's like thanks, Some Dave. Some Dave sent me $20 for lunch. Thanks. So somewhere and we both play the New York Times daily games. Like there's Wordle and there's Connections. And I actually told her about Connections because she was playing the Wordle one. And so sometimes when we have weird results, we send each other the results, and that kind of starts the conversation between each other. But otherwise, not too much. We keep track of each other, as in like we know what each other is doing, but it's not like a daily or weekly conversation. But I'll let her know. But she knows she's pretty good in that navigating. She knows. Shanksmere, good luck, my friend. Thank you. Shanksmere sent me like the best um resupply box to Kennedy Meadows. I remember that. That was a really great resupply box. And then also, uh, he did he yeah he did what's it called, Trail Magic right by the Oregon Washington border. So that was fun. Hundred and six people on trail. Yeah, I think I need to get on trail. I have speech impediments, that's for sure. Bow, 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 bow. Just adding a little bit. Ooh, Sean Wilson says hello from Humboldt, California. Don't know where that is. Alani says, thanks. People have asked if it's a stage name because I'm a musician, but no, haha, it's my real name. That's such a great name. I really like it. You have trail on the brain. It'll be here before you know it. I know. It's the tea of choice is called Bengal spice. It's really good. Like I, of course, put some cream in it just cause, but it tastes like an actual chai, like the chai that people have at stores, but it's Bengal spice. I actually don't know the difference. Dars72, are you following any AT YouTube hikers currently? So many suggestions. Okay. Ooh, I like all these questions. They're okay. So Wedgie saying you were closest to Humboldt when you were in, I don't know how to pronounce this, Siskiyou County, California or border. Oh, okay. Okay. It's so funny because Siski is a bad word in Russian. So it was always hard, not like a bad word, but like a naughty word. And so it's just like I always think of that when I see that word. Anyway, so are you following any AT YouTube hikers currently? So many. Well, I have a few of them that I clicked subscribe on. I watched, what's her name? Ashley Evans. I watch her um every now and then. I Now that she's on trail, like I watch, like if she's at a certain section that I'm interested in, I usually click on it. But I watched a lot of her preparation videos, and I had watched her when she hiked in 2023, and then she got off in the hot springs. I'm telling you, English. She got off at hot springs in 2023, and now she's gonna attempt it again. And so I really saw a big change in her, and I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the positive change and growth in her personality from 2023. So I definitely am rooting for her. I like her a lot. I think she'll do well. She has a different outlook this time. And I contacted her like a little freak, asking her if she needs any advice. I saw her video how she packed her backpack, and of course, I stalked her on Instagram and told her that I could give her some feedback if she wanted to. I wasn't just gonna tell her, but if she's okay with it. And then she's like, okay, yeah, absolutely. So I drew her a weird little sketch of how she should pack her backpack. And I don't know if she's doing it. I know she tried it the first night. So yeah, I'm being one of those people and, you know, contacting her, being, just asking her all the questions because I really want her to succeed. So I do follow her, definitely. Laura Evelyn Ashley. Okay, yeah. Have you watched any of Liz Kidder's road trip videos? Yes. So I have watched like a lot of her road trip videos. I watched all of her Appalachian Trail hike, and I can't get myself to watch her PCT. Don't know why. Just can't do it. I have no idea what it is about me not wanting to watch her PCT series. It's not, I don't know if it's a me thing. I think it has to be a me thing, but I definitely am watching all of her road trip videos. They're really fun. I really like her style. I like how I just like her. She's kind of like, hey, here I am. This is what you get. And I like that a lot about her. Yeah. People have noticed the same changes about Laura then. Good. And then Art says, I'll be posting video on the AT here if you care to follow. I know Jill will be following. Yeah, of course. Do you have any prep videos yet? Because usually people can't follow until you actually have like a video up already. Because, you know, you can have like a channel, but then people can't usually find you. So if you have a video up already, then people can follow you. Tiffany says, I'm enjoying watching Laura too. She has a great personality and positive outlook. Yeah. And I know that we all love positive outlooks, right? But also we like when somebody is more real and authentic. And I think when she was talking about her divorce, I think that was really good. I think that was, I liked that. I liked that she was authentic. Now, is it really any of our business? Probably not, but I loved that she was real about it because we all have come to appreciate her ex husband and we really thought he was such a great support. So, of course, we would want to know what's going on with him. And so I really liked that she was honest and transparent about it. Uh, Padre, the PCT registration, is it a smooth process in October? I made a video about it, and I'm not telling you to watch it just because I want you to watch it as in like for clicks, but like I really do suggest to watch it because I feel like I did a decent job at showing the process on how to do that whole permit process. I did it, of course, with a partner attached to it, so you can take those parts out. Is it smooth? I guess it's smooth because you register for it, then you get a time assigned. Once you have the time assigned, you log in during that time, and then you just pick which date you want. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a little bit confusing at first, but once you get it and once you go through the process, then it's pretty straightforward. And then Wenji says, I love the real myself. Life is not all sunshine and rainbows, especially on trial. Exactly. Especially on trial. Can't wait for my CDT too, Wolverine. James James Hirsch. Oh, James Hirsch. I like that. James Hirsch hikes. Been watching your video for years. I'm laughing at myself, not your name. Been watching your videos for years. Excited for my first CDT video following. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm excited. Uh, will Mark Trail have a trail cam series this year? I love the RR layover commentary, like the turtle he walked by. That was so funny because he didn't even know he walked by that turtle. And then what happened was I sent him that little clip that I edited. I sent it to him and he didn't watch the video. Like that's how he is. He's like a big brother. He just like I sent it to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, cool video." And I'm like, "You didn't watch the video." And then he watched it and he's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't see the turtle. No, literally, he didn't see the turtle. It was crazy. But even crazier, he didn't watch the video I sent him. That man. But I don't know. Will Mark Trail have a trail cam series? I wish. I don't think he's gonna hike a little bit on in he's gonna hike a little bit of the John Muir this year with his family. So I don't know. I don't think so. I think he wants to enjoy it with his family rather than having cameras everywhere. Cameras, like he has 500 of them, one camera. But I don't anticipate he'll be filming that. Hold on. Okay. I've already posted videos of my 100-mile shakedown last summer. Also, I've been following Liz's channel religiously. She's cool. Yes. Wait, you will be too busy uploading your own videos. Well, whenever I'm in town, I'll be uploading them. My general process is that I have the video that I have a speech like really what's wrong with my speech today? What was I gonna say? I usually have a process where my videos are ready to be uploaded. So typically I don't do too much editing once I'm in town. I have the videos ready, I upload them and then I schedule them out. So I do often have a little bit of time to watch some videos. And then I guess I didn't answer any the question if I watch any other AT through hikers. I know there's a few of them that I kind of like click on every now and then. Also, YouTube always recommends hikers to me. So there are certain ones. None of them have really caught my eye. Like the meandering McGee's back in 2024. I think they were just so funny. But so far it's Ashley, Nicole, Nicole Ashley Evans. She's got a lot of names. Let's see. Hello from Germany. Is it possible to complete such a long trail with a keto diet? Or do you know hikers who have already accomplished that? Maybe you've met some on trail. PS, I love your vids. Thank you. So on the Appalachian Trail in 2022, there was a hiker whose name actually was Keto, and supposedly he stuck to the keto diet. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. And I think there's another hiker. Isn't the guy that hiked with Liz Kidder on the Appalachian Trail? Didn't he do a keto diet? What was his name? Was his name Evan? I don't remember. But the guy that you hiked with on the Appalachian Trail, handstand, Liz Kidder, I think he's a keto guy. So let's see. QQQ back in 22, you ran into Jay Wonders out on the AT. Since then, he has stopped posting. Have you heard anything about him? That almost sounds like he stopped posting because he met me. No, no, no. I haven't heard from him, right? I mean, he finished the AT. His girlfriend did the Triple Crown at that point. And right, he's not been posting much. I haven't heard from him. I'm not sure why. Hey from Huntsville, Alabama. Hello. Ellen says, I loved your lullaby. I play it for my grandbabies. I love that song. It's so sweet. Some Dave Hike says, I did half the JMT last September. It was awesome. Hope to maybe do the rest someday. I know what you did there. I like it. Bypass and noodle soup doing the TRT this June. Appreciate your video of the same. Love me some Tahoe Rim Trail. Definitely a trail that I'll want to do again. Doris, you are older than college student age, but far from retirement age. So being in mid-career age, how can you afford to do through hikes? Sorry if too personal. I know that's like a hard question. It's not really a hard question. How can I afford it? Well, the Appalachian Trail, I saved money for, and the Pacific Crest Trail, I saved money for as well. But once I was on the Pacific Crest Trail, even though I had saved all my money, I was able to, um, YouTube actually helped me make all the money back that I saved on the PCT. So pretty much YouTube helps it, and then on aside from that, I do have savings. Aside from that, I have Patreon. Aside from that, I had a job that helped me save money. So I guess I just save money and then I hike. And I know that's not how everybody wants to live their life. I know a lot of people are career oriented and that's how they want to live their life. But I think especially talking to Somewhere, the hiker, it really helped me kind of put things into perspective because she is exactly that person who will work really hard to save money for adventures and then she'll do these adventures and it's so cool. And I realized because she's around the same age as I am, I realized that that's okay to live this way. And so that's what I do. I pretty much have given up on my dancing teacher career. I did well there. I was a successful teacher, but it also, I personally feel like it wasn't really healthy for me. And so once I was a hiker, I felt a lot happier. And so I don't know if that answers your question, but that's what happens. Let's see. I'm sorry if I'm losing. This is so funny. Like, so I have watch out for bats. So I will watch out for some bats. Noto37 says, did the CDT in 2018 and I'm vegan, no issue, just need to plan. That's true. Alani says, yeah, I think he did that. Evan has his own channel where he talks more about it. Yeah, exactly. So Evan, the guy that Liz Kidder hiked with, he definitely was keto on his through hike. Wondering what Bob says, greetings with Bob and the goaties. We love ourselves some goats. Campfire Jubilee. Hello. Hi. Hi. The Tahoe Rim Trail is awesome. Look at all my patrons coming in late. Just kidding. Friday night Roadrunner goofing. Yeah, no bats again. I wonder, can I? I don't think I can. Oh, I'm here. I had to make sure. I got a bunch of messages, so I had to check them. Look at was it Master Splinter? Splint Master? Master Splinter's here. I suck at hiking. I am ready to go. I am ready to go. Absolutely. Yeah, let's hope there are no bats. But you know, I am still immune to the bats because of the bat vaccine. Look, Jeffy Pop, I know you just joined. Look at that. Look at, look at. Boom, 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 boom. So, what makes you say that it will be my favorite trip? I'm curious. I think it'll be an amazing adventure, but I am wondering what makes you think that'll be my favorite trail. I know, right? 27 miles like that bat vaccine. That bat vaccine, though. Wolverine's asking, what shelter system are you going to rock on the CDT? I will be rocking my, uh, man, brain fog, my duplex, my ZPEX duplex, of course. It's like the best tent ever. Yep, it's a nice mug, all right. Look at you, 128 people. Look at you guys. What are your plans for the weekend? Actually, that would be a good question. What's everybody planning to do this weekend? All right, I suck at hiking, says CDT being the most remote. Yeah, it'll be very remote. But I do like me towns, like, and that's the thing. Like when I look at when I look at alternates of the CDT, so I'm looking forward to it because it has like the choose your own adventure. But like what I am looking for when it comes to alternates is how close am I to a town? Because I like not that I want to stay at a town, but I love going past like a gas station, getting a snack because food motivated. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the choose your own adventure and picking different routes. Dara says, I heard you sing once and it was lovely. Please sing for us on the CDT. I'll try. I recently watched a video just to like, I like to watch some of my old videos to kind of check on something. Like, if I go, oh, what did this happen on that day? So I look at the video, and then there was a video where I was singing, and I honestly thought it was super cringe and cheesy. And I'm like, oh my God, why did I do that? So I don't know. I'll probably be singing again because I don't have anything else to do while I'm just walking. But personally, I felt it was a little cheesy. Steven is asking, how many miles can you do when at a high elevation? I have been up to 1,200 feet and had to go slow for breathing. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna move slower. I know the Sierra took forever. So Shanksmere is gonna paint the bedroom. Blaine is gonna finish building lofts in the new shed, then moving all the boxes and holiday stuff out there to store them. Nice. All right. Nice. Leah's gonna teach her girl to paddleboard. Hold on. Campfire Jubilee. That is you 27 Mile, right? I'm always confused because everybody has like different names on YouTube than in real life. So I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Um, so in Tennessee, it's supposed to be 75 tomorrow and a Sunday, then snow Sunday night. Oh wow, okay. Some Dave hikes is like making gear, doing estimates, going to play with my parents, and going to a play with my parents. I said going to play with my parents. Going to a play with my parents. And a few YouTuber vids. Cool. Alani's got some friend hangouts and bluegrass jam sessions planned. Also, some sitting people watching journaling in the park. Somebody's gonna hike Eagle Rock Loop in Arkansas. What's estimated time frame for start to finish? Are you asking for me or like in general? I think in general it's like 5 to 6 months, just because you can hike anywhere from 2,700 to 3,100 miles. Dar says, not cheesy, the singing. I thought it was. Mark is gonna go food bank goofing and hike hanging rock. Okay. PCT someday. How hard are the Sierra to navigate? Really, it's pretty difficult when there's snow. Actually, there was a question I totally missed, which was, how do you find the trail when there's snow? And that's a good question. Pretty much you use far out to make sure that you're on track, or you can use Gaia. And then obviously there's foot tracks. The problem with foot tracks is that a lot of times people go the wrong way. So then you're just following people the wrong way. So you probably want to stick to far out or like another navigation app. Okay. 27 Mile. At least I got your name right. Oh, okay. Do I miss Florida? No. If I may ask, roughly when is your start date for the CDT? Sorry if it's been asked already. Yes, I haven't really talked about my start date. And it's something that I don't really talk about until later on when I'm way past that date. All right. Working in the gallery, the modern Toronto. Nice. Okay. Yay. Campfire Jubilee is a great name for like a channel name. Alani says, since we were talking about YouTubers, I recently discovered Wendy Outdoors, a 70 something lady, solo hiking, camping, kayaking, adventures, super positive vibes. I would highly recommend. I feel like YouTube's recently recommended her to me. Doesn't she have like hundreds of thousands of views? And I think if it's the same lady, I saw her have like this really cool winter stove thing, and I'm like, I want that someday. Like it's a cute little wood oven stove thing, and you put a little wood in there, and it heats up your winter tent, and it looked fun. I just went with the makeshift sweat lodge that didn't work. Jan is just resting this weekend. Don't feel guilty, Jan. I like resting because I know I'll be moving a lot soon. Somebody's going to change oil. I just got my oil changed this Tuesday. It was due. Noto's asking, did you ever go down the big water slide? I haven't actually visited the water park yet at J Peak, as in like only when I'm working, of course, but I haven't visited it yet as a person just being in the water park. So no, haven't done that yet. Art and Jill are gonna sort gear. Okay, so it might be the same lady, Wendy. Okay. The Sweat Lodge thing was something. But, you know, we like to learn from our mistakes. So we're excited to have that again or do better next time. Do better. All right. Jill will be working. So you get to sort your gear all by yourself. Sharon Strunzel, the Wonder Women, Triple Crown, super positive, amazing athletes from Colorado and great YouTubers. I've definitely heard of them before. I haven't really watched them, but I've had many people recommend them for me. So that's cool. Triple Crown or so. That's nice. And then what? They're just living their best life, traveling around. Such is life. Someday. So like some Dave, you said you're making gear. What are you making? Hmm? What are you making? What am I doing this weekend? So, oh, well, I kind of talked about that in one of the videos recently, right? Like, the hope that someday I'll have a hostel on the Appalachian Trail. So we've been looking at properties and going to, looked at a few of them and we've gone to open houses. So not sure yet we'll go. There is an open house tomorrow at a property that looks kind of interesting. So we might go to that one, but maybe not. Maybe we'll just go for a hike. Maybe not much to do. And then on Sunday, I don't really have anything going on. Maybe I'll go for a hike. Maybe not. Maybe I'll rest before I go on the big hike. All right, so Mary is confirming that is the same lady. She bakes, cooks from Canada. Cool. Uh, Alani's asking, do you generally feel like you're living life to the fullest, or are there things that you want to do in your life that you haven't fit into your plan yet? Um, hmm. I think I could live my life more full. It's kind of hard to explain. So I want to own a hostel for a little while, be with the hiking community. That would make me feel pretty full. Right now, whenever I'm between hikes, it almost feels like I'm stagnant because I am. And so right now, like at this time in between, it just feels kind of weird because I don't have anything that I'm doing, even though I did work. But even when I do that kind of work, it just feels like I am not living life to the fullest. Just going to work and making money is, of course, important, but it not being fulfilling. And so I think if I owned a hostel or worked at a hostel or did something within a hostel, it would be fulfilling for a while. What I really want to do when the time is right eventually, because I have a certain plan. I'm not planning to have the hostel forever. That's not ever going to be a plan. But after I have a hostel, or maybe I won't have a hostel, but after I have a hostel, I do plan to travel, I travel and see a lot of the United States. I feel like the United States is a place that has so much to offer. So I'm really excited about that. And then, of course, seeing some other places in Europe and definitely wanting to hike in the Dolomites. I'm very looking forward to that. That's a plan. So I think I could live life more full, only because kind of like how Liz Kidder is doing it right now. She's just like, I'm going to live in my car. I'm going to see everything I want to see. I know that, we only see a few minutes of her life, and there's way more to that story than just, oh, wow, she's just living the perfect life. No, there's more to it. And she probably would tell you that there are things that would not be perfect for her. But yeah, I could probably live my life fuller, even fuller. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm very happy. I'm much happier than when I was a dance teacher. Sorry, no, that was a hard question. I'm just sorry if I was being too explaining. Sorry if I explained it too much. Oh, yay. 27 miles, excited to see my hike. I'm excited. Did you follow any of Peg Leg's Border to Border Triple Crown Plus last year? Apparently totaled 10,000 miles. Definitely kept track of her process. Definitely kept track of her progress, and didn't really watch lots of her videos, a few of them, and but yeah, kept track of her progress. Really proud of her. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. And Mark says it right. You can make money and lose money, but you cannot make time. And he wants to visit all those national parks. Yeah. Yeah, I really feel that way. It's like, it's a hard thing to think about because everybody is working for the retirement, and that's not to take away. And actually it does worry me, knowing that I have a certain amount of time left and really trying to see what will happen for retirement. It does worry me, but at the same time, I also don't want to just work. I remember I felt so dead inside for such a long time being a dance teacher. And even though, I have a few of my dance students in the chat right now, I didn't feel dead when it comes to my students because the students were actually the reason why I felt excited about my job, because I made a difference in their life, and it was actually rewarding me that I made a difference in their lives. And I saw them progress and I saw them grow. But for me personally, besides that, I no longer grew. I no longer had anything to look forward to. And so for me, it felt like I was dead inside when I was a dance teacher. uh, like I'm missing out on some. That's a Brent is asking, do you ever reflect on the early days on YouTube? Been following since video number 3. Yeah, I mean, some of my videos are just so crazy. Like when I took the rain jacket into the shower. That was a horrible rain jacket. I wish that shower would have made much more of a difference, and I would have known that that rain jacket was just bad. So, I mean, yeah, sometimes I watch the videos and I just, I don't know I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it feels awkward to watch yourself, especially from many years ago. And I don't know. Like, yeah, I do some, like, I try not to look at some videos, but sometimes I do just for reference again, or yeah, sometimes it pops up in my own feed, and so I'm like, all right. But yeah, it's pretty silly. Mark says, as long as I have known you, hiking is your happy place. It really is. Hiking is my happy place. Hiking is my healing place. Hiking is my growing place. Hiking is where I can be present with myself. It's so interesting. I recently did a podcast with an old student of mine. He is starting a podcast, and it's more like he is a yoga instructor, and a lot of yoga and mindfulness and stuff like that. And so he wanted to interview me for his podcast, which I did. And it was because hiking is actually very meditative, and you're very mindful. mindful while you're hiking, right? You're very present with yourself. You're growing so much, as in, if you want to, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn that you can do more than you ever thought you could do. And I don't know where I was going with that, but having that podcast, it was almost like a therapy session because it really helped me reflect on all the things that I got and continue to get out of hiking and continue to get out of the nature, out of the hiking community. And so it was good. It was good to have that interview because, and Mark Trail will attest to that. I have a big, I used to, at least until this last podcast, I used to have this really big aversion to the word mindful. And that's because I had a bad experience with a person prior to my last hike who pretended to be very mindful and pretended to be this yoga guru. And so I had a big aversion to those terms. And because it almost felt like the people who are wanting, impose their education, their mindfulness, and their yoga, they want to impose it on you, but then they themselves are not even uh, healthy themselves, right? And so for me it was a trigger. And it's funny because Mark Trail knows that that word mindfulness was a trigger for me. But having the podcast, I had shared with my former student, that that's a trigger word for me, and it helped me really go through that that verbiage. And it was like a therapy session. And right now I'm talking to you guys and it really feels like a therapy session, so sorry about that. Sorry. Anywho, does anybody have any more questions? Oh, look, another wonderful student of mine is in the chat. Well, all them students be showing up. Yeah. Someone who likes to hike and fish, the outdoors tend to be a place of beauty and introspection. Absolutely. It's so true. It really is. I'm telling you. I'm just staring at myself right now. um, so what? It's been, how long has it been? 72 minutes. Does anybody have any questions about anything? About the CNET, about the PCT, the AT, about being a security person at J Peak? I don't know. Dance teaching? Alani's asking, what made you decide to record your hikes? I honestly, you know, you know how like you always have that go-to answer? Like somebody asks you, what is your favorite color? And I go blue. And that's because it's been my go-to answer for 30 years at least. Blue is my favorite color. But I never really try to think about, is blue my actual color? It might be if I really reflect on it, but I recently realized that green is a really nice color as well. So but blue will be the first answer I give you just because it's habit. So when people ask me, why did you decide to film your videos? My instant answer is because I wanted to inspire other people the same as Frozen from Outdoor Adventures did. Because when I watched the videos from Frozen, he really he really inspired me. And I really loved his Appalachian Trail movie to the point of where I ended up watching his vlogs. And it was just so inspiring. And I guess I was just like, well, I mean, he inspired me. Maybe I can do the same. And I think that really was the reason. It wasn't really to document it for family because I don't have a lot of family that's interested in that kind of stuff or that would want to keep track, right? And then and the same with friends. It used to be like it wasn't really that many people that are interested in that kind of stuff. So it was mostly to share my journey, keep documenting it for myself, but also to inspire others just because Frozen really inspired me. And that's my go to answer. So it might change because I think I'll use the CDT a lot on thinking about old habits and old thoughts and old connections and, uh, yeah, probably trying to grow and learn a little bit more about myself. I really look forward to that. Northwood Walk says, love your vids, especially the Tower on Trail. Thank you. Lynn is saying, thanks for being real. Don't need to apologize for that. Doesn't sound like therapy session. Okay, good. Absolutely. I love to inspire others with my own videos. Yeah. It's really fun. Like it's nice when people like I've met so many people. I really have. I've met a lot of people on trail, especially women that, when they realize it's me and they go, oh, wow, you've inspired me to get back out into and start hiking and get to nature. And that's, I can't tell you, that is one of the most rewarding things. And it just makes you kind of in awe that that's even something that happens. And it's really overwhelming sometimes when people say that to you. And it's extra cool when it happens when you're on trail. So yeah, it's really fun to motivate people. Chrissy's asking, are you nervous about grizzlies when you get up there? And are you hoping it's scrolled too fast. Are you hoping to find a trampoline for that section to be safe, or am I overreacting? No, I'm very nervous about grizzlies, and I am gonna try my best to find people to hike near. Might not be a trampoline, but definitely some people to hike near. Mark Wilson, wife and I have enjoyed your journey. Introduce us to through hiking, getting on PCT in a few weeks. Thank you. Tig is saying, are you worried the CDT might be boring? I watched a video by a European guy who gave up in, I think, Montana because he was just on one grassy hill after another. Nothing was changing. Oh, that European guy. Sometimes Europeans are impatient, I'm telling you. I don't know. I'm not worried that it'll be boring. I feel like, even though that probably sounds bad, but like sometimes like the beautiful views can be boring. And not that they'll really be boring, but if you see them every single day in you're just like, oh my, there's another beautiful mountain. And then when I watch my videos back, I'm like, wow, I saw some beautiful mountains. I didn't appreciate them as much as when I was actually hiking, right? The videos, I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. So I don't think so. I think I like grassy hills. I like me some meadows, so I'm looking forward to it. There's another somebody else has arrived. Smoky Mountain Angel, getting ready to head out for my AT through hike. Wish you the best in the CDT. Good luck, Smoky Mountain Angel. Northwood, stupid question. Have you been watching Drew Boyce's Crazy Solo Adventure? Not a stupid question. I've watched a few of his videos, and I think that's pretty impressive. And yeah, definitely something to watch, right? Let's see. Palmetto says, have you considered going through a tutorial while on trail on all the steps you take in making your videos? That's a good idea. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, I suppose making videos is a way of documenting moments similarly the way a written journal might. Yeah, absolutely the same. And then how planned out do you have the CDT at this point? Pretty much Mexico is planned out. Otherwise, not so much. Mexico and then the southern part of Colorado. Let's see what else we got. Mark S is saying, I can't wait to follow with you. I get to see and experience places I may never get to hike. Thank you for sharing your life and experiences. Ah, you're welcome. The next big hike is the CDT. All right, guys, as you can hear, people be arriving at home, and it's already been 80 minutes. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Friday night. That was so fun. And I don't think I'll be doing another live. I could be, maybe, maybe not, but the CDT is quickly approaching, finishing up all the preparations, and I can't wait. I can't wait to share the journey with everybody. And to all those that are getting on trail, have a good time and don't quit on a bad day. That's all I gotta say. Don't quit, but don't quit on a bad day. Okay. Thank you so much for watching.